You tweet a lot.
I use my tweets to express myself.
Well, but you use your tweeting to kind of get back at critics.
Rarely.
You kind of have little wars with the press.
Twitter is a war zone. If somebody's going to jump in the war zone, it's like, okay, you're in the arena. Let's go.
Musk has offered Twitter $41 billion in cash to take the company private. So, do you think he's serious?
I think he is serious. I think this is a guy who's made a lot of money. He's been very successful, loves this country and the freedoms it affords, looks at a space like Twitter and says, it used to be a public forum, now it's not. The business model also fundamentally broke it. So I'm going to buy in to create leverage. Now that I see it from the inside a little bit more, I realize how broken it is. I want it all.
My strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization.
Elon Musk is putting everything on the line. He knows how important Twitter is to the people who run our system, who run the global system. For them, censorship and propaganda are not a feature of their rule. Their rule depends on censorship and propaganda. If you are offering policies that really benefit nobody but yourself, you have to lie about them and you must prevent anyone from complaining about it. So censorship and propaganda are at the very heart of neoliberalism. And Elon Musk is challenging all of that directly.
It's important to the function of democracy. It's important to the function of the United States as a free country and many other countries, and to help freedom in the world more broadly than the U.S. And so I think it's I think there's the risk, civilizational risk. Is decreased if Twitter, the more we can increase the trust of Twitter as a public platform. And so I do think this will be somewhat painful, and I'm not sure that I will actually be able to acquire it. And I should also say the intent is to retain as many shareholders as is allowed by the law in a private company, which I think is around 2,000 or so. So it's not like it's definitely not from the standpoint of letting me figure out how to monopolize or maximize my ownership of Twitter, but we'll try to bring along as many shareholders as we're allowed to.
You don't necessarily want to pay out 40 or whatever it is $billion in cash. You'd like them to come with you in the.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I could technically afford it.
I heard that.
But what I'm saying is this is not a way to sort of make money. I think it's just that I think this could my strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization.
But you've described yourself.
I don't care about the economics at all.
When you're worth around $300 billion, as Elon Musk is, he could buy Twitter for the offer price he has of a little over $40 billion. And I think Elon Musk, having redefined the way we build cars and having proven that he can send rocket ships to space better than NASA, is looking towards the future of civilization, much as those two investments did, and trying to figure out, how do I ensure that democracy remains as cogent and powerful in the years ahead? And I think he's recognized rightly that Twitter is the most important marketplace now for ideas in the United States and probably around the world, and he wants to preserve it.
And so his latest move actually makes a lot more sense. He would never buy Twitter just to give us more free speech. It's obvious that he would buy it and take it private because he wants to take it to a place that no one's ever imagined, that markets would be so surprised by that it'd probably be dangerous to have the shares publicly traded at the time. And so better to take it private while he thoroughly transforms it. Not too many years ago, Elon Musk wasn't taken very seriously. Now he is taken more seriously than anyone.
So you don't like to lose. If in this case you are not successful in, the board does not accept your offer, you've said you won't go higher, is there a plan B?
There is.
If Elon really wants to fulfill his move, he needs to buy a WAPO and he needs to buy a CNN. Meaning, not WAPO, because WAPO's owned by Bezos. There's no way he's buying WAPO.
Yeah, exactly.
But he needs to buy a WAPO. Like Mark Benioff bought Time Magazine, Bezos bought, WAPO. Peter June bought LA Times for like $551 or some number like that. He needs to buy something like that, and then he needs to buy a media company. A CNN he can afford to buy. If he made a move to buy CNN, people would lose their minds.
After buying CNN, he has to go buy a major catalog or a major media company. Okay. No, it's not Netflix. He could do Hulu. He could do one of those other guys. He could do any of those guys, and you can buy that for package. For him, it's not a big deal.
What about a movie studio, like an MGM?
MGM is gone because
I'm saying, or like a Paramount.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to do that because he's starting. People have to realize. Okay, can you imagine if that happened? Can you imagine in the next 6-12 months, Elon owns Twitter, he owns CNN, and he owns a big production. Like a MGM. Oh, dude, just brace for it.